By the way, if anyone wants to leave their best crypto DeFi lessons, if you're watching this video and you've got a lesson, some words of wisdom, something you want to add, leave it in the comments below. We are going to be picking a winner and giving away $100 to a random comment for this exact video. So do leave them below. Leave your nuggets. What have you learned in crypto and DeFi over the last year, 5 years, 10 years? Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel. We're going to have some fun today, and I'm going to share some of the biggest lessons that I've learned, our members learned, and I'm going to have some fun here. I asked a question, I believe on Christmas here, inside our community. What are your biggest lessons? Now, please note, these are people who are doing DeFi. They're building DeFi businesses, portfolios, earning yield, building bull run bags. Some are literally retired, as in they're passive, they're leveraged, or their yielded type income exceeds their worked for income. I'm a really big believer in finding people who are walking the path, they're further along than me, and then just asking them for wisdom, asking them for advice, or asking them for their biggest lessons or their biggest losses, because from the losses, they learn the lessons. So I think this video is going to be extremely valuable to those who see value in that. I'm seeing a trend, and this is going to be a lot of fun, but I'm seeing a trend. People are chasing profits. They're chasing the result without ever actually asking the question, like, who do I have to be? Who do I have to become? How do I have to think? How do I have to operate? They're still operating like gamblers. They're trying to be investors, but they're operating like gamblers. They're not running an actual DeFi business. And they're wondering why they're not getting the results. They're in some of the same pools, some of the same projects, some of the same farms that other people are in, yet they're not getting results. And to me, it's not about the project. It's not about the assets or the pools or the platforms, because if the strategy is lacking, you're done. And if you have the right strategy, but the mindset and the fundamentals are lacking, you're done. You may as well not even try. And I think a lot of people are dabbling in this space. They're not taking it seriously. And if you try to build a business or a portfolio without taking it seriously, you're not going to get great results. We've got to take this seriously. I'm not saying 60 hours a day. You can do this on 1 or 2 hours here and there, but when you're in it, you're in it. So let's have some fun here. And this is just in our main community. If you are in the Underdog Investor Group, then head over to the main community and leave your feedback. I'm really inspired that y'all took the time on Christmas to do this. I said my biggest piece of advice was to treat this like a business. You're not building a portfolio, you're building a business. Every yield farm or cash flow position is like a little product that prints you cash. You have expenses, what's left is profits. You take those profits, you invest them in your bull run. You're strategic with your laddering out, and exits, rinse and repeat. Kyle says, one nugget I have is to be patient, but always be willing to learn and try new avenues. Don't stay stuck in the old ways. Crypto DeFi is still a new space with a ton of innovation, so always be willing to adopt and adapt. I'm massive on that. Thanks, Kyle. Doug, one nugget I've learned is that chasing higher yields have produced less income over the long term than lower yields. I think I've said that like a freaking 100 times, is if you chase the high APY stuff, you're not as far ahead as you think you are. If you actually do the math, I want slow and I want steady returns. I want to move those returns in my bull run bag. A bunch of assets have recently pumped. It's like if you see 10, 20, 30% on your portfolio in a month, that's more than people see in 3 years. I was pushed me through this journey is always be coachable and adaptable. I'm always, it's a learning adventure. Always be willing to be open, learn. You kind of see some of the same patterns here. I've only been involved in this space for about 10 months, but biggest thing I've learned is to invest in education and communities. I got burned with ROI Dapps early like many. Now I feel like I'm gaining the tools that will change everything. It's not sexy building this foundation. I would say it's not sexy building the business, but once the business is built, my only pearl of wisdom is it's not a mistake, it's a mistake, and it's down to you to how painful, costly that lesson is, but it doesn't matter how painful or costly it is. It's the lesson you learned of what not to do next time. I always say mindset first, profit second. Mindset first, profit second. Justin, don't be afraid to ask for help and feed your hunger for knowledge. By the way, if anyone wants to leave their best crypto DeFi lessons, if you're watching this video and you've got a lesson, some words of wisdom, something you want to add, leave it in the comments below. We are going to be picking a winner and giving away $100 to a random comment for this exact video. So do leave them below. Leave your nuggets. What have you learned in crypto and DeFi over the last year, 5 years, 10 years? So Justin, don't be afraid to ask. When the market soars, keep your wits about you. Stay in the moment. Trust everything you've learned and will learn. Open your mind and feel all the winds of the cryptoverse, but don't, this is like philosophical. I love it. But don't let one knock you over. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Make sure to take profits and diversify. That's like the golden rule. Take profits, diversify. Take profits, diversify those profits. Lucas, thank you. Because of you and your team, I've learned how to be a bank. I've learned to be the bank. Having my money work for me is priceless. Thank you for taking us on the ride, building wealth, obtaining freedom from the grind. Can't wait to hit all the steps you've set for us. This course is amazing. Glad I found you. Yeah, so having your money work for you, becoming the bank. And in DeFi, you can do that instantly. In the real world, it takes a lot more capital and it's a lot more complex. Julian, don't ever invest in ROI Dapps. I hope we can tattoo this on our eyelids. Don't ever invest in ROI Dapps. Not worth it long term. Stay in control of your money. Stop gambling and hoping, trusting devs you don't know. Learn from others who have more experience than you and shut down your ego. Have an investment plan. These are a lot of lessons. Put in the work, diversify, be patient. You will be rewarded. I'm going to keep going here because these are gold. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, James Crisp. See what you can be, not what it is. Huge on that. It's like the people who create things, they see it as they see it. They see it as it could be, not as it is. And I think life is that way. Sometimes we look at our current financial situations and we're like, oh, I guess this is how it is. We have to look beyond that, how it could be. And then we create it. Look at things not as they are, but as they can be. Again, mindset first, profit second. I'll go for a few more here. Keep asking questions because someone in the UIG will know the answer and will happily share it to the group, which ultimately helps us as a community to grow our knowledge and wealth. Ask questions, stay open-minded. You don't know everything. Neither do I, which is why I ask a lot of questions. Andres, when the markets are low, boring, when they're no longer trending or seamlessly relevant, and a lot of popular YouTubers or influencers even stop posting content, Lucas was one of the very few that never stopped and instead went full throttle. When I saw the markets dying off, let's say a year and a half ago, I'm like all in. That's what I'm buying. That's what I'm going crazy. If you do the opposite of what most people do, you'll typically come out ahead. You'll typically be right. That is the best time to accumulate or dollar cost average into positions. Fortunately, we still have time. But that was my experience for sure. Learn to get excited about seeing red. I'm huge on that. And little movement because it equals opportunity for projects with upside potential. You have to do your homework. That is not the time to walk away. Most people, when things get difficult, they just walk away. And then when it gets easier or exciting again, they come back in, but they missed it. It's the people who are building. No matter what the markets are doing, you keep expanding, you keep investing, you keep doing your thing. You've walked away from opportunity, came back as exit liquidity. Yep. And again, that's to me mindset over profits. My biggest lesson has been to keep working on myself, improving a little daily. You can see a trend here. We're really big on mindset. We even have a new mindset group now. The mindset side hustle entrepreneurship, which is included in the UIG. That over everything keeps me going when gremlins and glitches seem to get in the way and I start to second guess myself. Related to True DeFi, my biggest lesson is to be patient. No, I don't need to rebalance the second something goes out of range. Related to my bull run bag, the biggest lesson is to invest regularly, even if it's small amount, those amounts add up. If you're not in the game at all, there's no way you'll be able to take profit when the bull run gets fully underway. Again, to me, that's more of a mindset than a profit post right there. Don't be greedy. Set a realistic range. Take profits, reinvest, stick to the plan. You can see a pattern here of the people who are winning. Learning and gaining confidence in CryptoLabs. The trading is absolutely top-notch. With hope in my heart and stepping forward, I would say we can use hope in this instance. I don't like the word hope because hope can be really passive. It's like, well, I hope. It's like we've got to take the actions and do it, which I know what Crypto Joe was talking about. But just for anyone watching, I don't really like the word hope. Faith would be a much, much better word. Faith is active. Hope is passive. With commitment and dedication to the CryptoLabs training, in this new business, I think that's the lesson right there. Successful in this new business. Crypto Joe already sees it as a business. Take profits. Kevin says take profits. I'll stop here. Stop chasing the 100x and the 1000x. Invest in yourself to create income and wealth for yourself. It comes down to believing in yourself versus betting on strangers, many which have lost me money. That to me sounds like a mindset. First, profit second, and stay patient. Don't chase the glitter. Don't chase the gold. Stay consistent. Leave your biggest lesson below in the comments below. I want to hear them. We will be picking a winner from the comments below. We'll be giving you $100. We're going to pick a random comment. So do leave a comments below. And with that said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave myself in the middle. I'll post some more educational content. Come be a member in the UIG. Your mind will be blown. It's a coffee per day. If you're not yet ready for whatever reason, I will leave some educational videos here and here and here and here. Do check them out for your viewing pleasures. Learn stuff, commit, subscribe to this channel, and like this video if it gave you some value. And with that, and if you're a member, jump into this post and leave your feedback below. It helps other members who are joining us. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. Peace.